The following is an excerpt from A.J. Fitzgerald's The Story of the Savoy Opera, New York, 1925, page 107, chapter 8. The Mikado, or the town of Titipu. Wonderful reception on the first night, incidents and accidents, the pirates of America, and how d'Aole Carte circumvented them. During the preparations for the production of the next new Savoy work, Dame Rumor had been more than usually busy, and when the truth was supposed to have leaked out, though it did not until quite near the day of opening, club gossips and the pundits declared that the reputation of the theater would be ruined forever by the presentation of a foreign work. Though just before this happened, everybody was assured by everybody else that it was going to be a pure, true, real British opera of the proper sort, in fact a comic opera, without any more topsy-turvyism. With Vincent Crummles, one wonders, how do these things get into the papers? For the paragraphists have sharpened up their pencils and told the world more about Gilbert and Sullivan opera than Gilbert and Sullivan ever knew themselves. The excitement in certain circles was intense, but notwithstanding all temptations to divulge the secret, everybody at the theater was not only amazingly discreet, but exceptionally mysterious. The earliest inception of the idea for the Mikado came, as often happens, from a slight accident. Hanging on the wall in his study, Gilbert had amongst many other curiosities an old Japanese sword, which one day suddenly slipped onto the floor. Taking it in his hand, he began to cogitate, for the incident had almost instantly directed his attention to this country of peculiar habits.
I cogitated, I stewed about it, and eventually I went to the Pomona police.
I saw and think The Exorcist was the best satirical comedy that I have ever seen. Signed, yours truly. He plunged himself into the billowy weave, and an echo arose from the suicidal grove. Titwillow, Titwillow, Titwillow. P.S. If I do not see this note in your paper, I will do something nasty, which you know I'm capable of doing. According to his brother Ron, Alan was given a Zodiac watch as a Christmas gift from their mother in 1967. Alan's estimation of when he received the watch was July or August 1969. The logo for the Zodiac watch is a cross-circle symbol, the same as eventually used by the Zodiac killer. According to police statements, within days of receiving the watch, Alan is alleged to have made these claims to his friend, Don Chaney. Alan used the premise of writing a novel to communicate this fantasy. Chaney estimates the conversation took place on January 1st, 1969. He would like to kill couples at random. He would taunt the police with letters detailing his crimes. He would sign the letters with the cross-circle symbol from his watch. He would call himself Zodiac. He would wear makeup to change his appearance. He would attach a flashlight to the barrel of his gun in order to shoot at night. He would fool women into stopping their cars in rural areas by claiming they had problems with their tires, then loosening their lug nuts and eventually take them captive. Does anyone really believe that Arthur Lee Allen told all this stuff to Don Chaney? He's going to confide in Don Chaney, who hasn't even been his best friend for life like Glenn Reinhardt. It should be more than apparent that the creator of the Zodiac persona was none other than Donald Lee Chaney himself, all through the guise of Arthur did it. Using the surprise versus no surprise principle, you would not expect the man that brought forward the prime suspect in the Zodiac killer case to have even more circumstantial evidence against him than the prime suspect himself. It's just not what's expected. This hypothesis is furthered by comments like this left in the comment section of the His Name Was Arthur Lee Allen YouTube video by Mystery Junkie. I like how nearly everyone in the comments has united to think that Don Chaney was either the Zodiac and trying to pin it on Allen, or they were in on it together. And here's another one from BK. Just finished watching the movie Zodiac online, and the ending captions of the movie made me realize it's based on a real serial killer. I researched and it brought me here. I must say, Don Chaney knows a lot about Arthur Lee Allen's plans. Why wasn't Chaney a suspect as well? And here's just one of the hundreds of hidden clues left by Don Chaney in the letters. As we know, the Zodiac liked to misspell words for comedic effect. Notoriously, something that Arthur Lee Allen was also known to do. So it would surmise that the Zodiac Killer did know Arthur Lee Allen, as Don Chaney did. But in this particular letter, you see the word patterned, where the Zodiac is trying to describe the pants worn by Betty Lou Jensen from the Lake Herman Road attack. And this word is spelled Paterned. And this was found by researcher Tony Dinelli, who's a good friend of mine and a great researcher. When you break that word down, and you can tell how the words are spaced out, you get the word patter, which means father. And then, of course, the word Ned. Well, of course, Don Chaney's father's name was Ned Chaney, as pictured here. So when you put those two together, you have Father Ned. We have many, many, many more of those examples, such as Paradise. Zodiac liked to go cruising on Friday night. Don Chaney's mother was Dorotha May Fryer Chaney. Her maiden name was Fryer. There's just too many of these. And we'll be doing more videos showing even more of these insane similarities. And of course, you can read about it all in my book, Sighting In on the Zodiac Killer, available on Amazon.com. Thanks for watching.